Hello everyone, this is just a quick note that in this video I'm doing a voiceover as I wasn't really concentrating on saying things out loud while I was recording, so enjoy. And here we go. Alright, so I've actually been in this place before, having 2,600 plus places to be spawned on in an open world. It's, I guess, a pretty high chance to get back at the spot you've already been to. So I remember there was a massacre around that place actually. So I was just checking the beaches around there. So I knew it was near the port, and I was just checking around, seeing if I could find something. And I remember there being a fort somewhere. So I was just looking over there and I saw a fort icon on the map. So I checked, and yes, there is. So I decided to have a zoom in, and yeah, there is a roundabout. So I had decided that would be the one, and yes, it was. Going to the next one, we appear to be somewhere in Australia. I'm just reading all these signs over here, just looking for clues or anything. On that fence over there's something saying City of Perth. So that could confirm my theory that it was in Australia. And yeah, I was just having a look everywhere, just making sure that I'm thinking correctly. Looking at the cars, reading the sign below, which does give Perth in a link, I believe. Yes, it does. It says AU as well, so that just confirms it. Then I was just looking for spots to maybe get a clear view on where in Perth I would be. Just zoomed in real quick. Reading all the signs on my left. And then I spot a hotel over there, Mercury Hotel, which could be pretty handy as hotels are shown pretty big on the map with a obvious pink color. So then I also found out that we are on the Victoria Street, which is very helpful too. But I still decided to just have a little look around, just play it slow. This also was my second game on, so I was pretty tired, pretty rusty. Wasn't really thinking properly. But I guess I could say I got decently lucky in the seed. So you see me just confirming the check on Mercury Hotel, see if I can find that. So I just scan the area. I scanned this side of the map on Perth because, well, the road is formed properly for it. So there, I spot Perth, Mercury Hotel. Then I just had a quick look on maybe like there's two Mercury Perth hotels. You never know. But then I was like, maybe this is just a second round. This is nothing much, and there's probably only one in the area where I would be thinking it would be. So I decided to just have a go and check back, see if I can find Victoria Street. And yes, it was Victoria Avenue actually. So, but then I'm slightly confused as the sign on Mercury Perth isn't properly placed on the map, so it wouldn't actually work. It was, yeah, you see, it's not where it should be as I mark it with my cursor. So then I realized that it just misplaced it a little bit, and then I try to make sure that I'm getting on the 100 meters, just checking if the whole thing is in place weirdly. So then I just end up checking the names on the map, just having a check on if where I am, and yes, I see CSA Center there, which you can also see on my left. So I'm deciding I'm there, and boom, there we go, 6 meters. On to the next one. We are in Kenya, and I actually realized very late that in Kenyatta Avenue is, well, one of the biggest streets in Nairobi. So also there you can see Nairobi City, which I read down there, and I instantly know it's Kenya, but of course I already saw it from the snorkel on the car, and I actually get a notification in Teams there for an assignment that was changed. So I'll go and zoom back in on Nairobi. I'll just have a look around, seeing if I can find any more clues. Actually completely forgetting the fact that I'm in Kenyatta Avenue, which I should have been there instantly. But still, I go on for like this for a long time. And finally, I find out that yes, Kenyatta Avenue does exist. So then I just followed the road, finding a good amount of banks on my way. Just checking all of them, actually completely going over the Golf Bank, which I was already on. So I was just having a look on which banks can I find on me, which am I able to see on the map, and luckily for me, one of them was actually noted on the map. The other ones were not able to be found, so yeah, that's that. then I finally decide to have a look around again, see what I could find on the map. Going past two banks, finally spotting Golf Bank, not going past anymore. Then I also find out that Munidi Mimbingu Street is right there, which I also saw on the sign, and there we go. Right here we end up in France, and I actually have been in this place before, but I quite can't put my finger on it. I really can't remember where this was. But then I see this big pile of water over there, and I actually started remembering that I was looking for that one for a long time in a different run that I was doing. And I zoom in on Le Havre, spotting the area and also finding the weirdly shaped building over there. So I go in and have a look, just check up if this is correct. Yes, it does look correct. Finding sushi makers, and yes, sushi makers is on the map as well, which confirms that I would be here. Going on to my last round, I was like, oh no, it's over. But I've actually been here in GeoGuessr before, and I remembered this was in England, obviously. So I started reading the signs saying Holborn Library and some other stuff. So I just have another look around, and I was thinking to myself the entire time that Holborn was a city. Well, I wasn't quite wrong, but in London there is an area called Holborn. And yes, after just confirming that we are in England, just looking at that signs and also in English language, with the chimney looking like a Londonish chimney, I get suspicions of it being London. I actually don't know if there's any other places that have chimneys that look like that, but I just remember from when I was in London for about a week that they all look the same over there. So I just started looking in again at Holborn Library and Camadon Local Studies. Actually trying to remember where this would be, because I remember Holborn. I was thinking to myself, the Holborn. It sounds so familiar to me, but I just couldn't think of any place called Holborn. Obviously, as it wasn't really a city or anything, it was just a part of London, an area. So I really have suspicion on London, but I was just so unsure of where this could be. I was just looking in everywhere, finally deciding that yes, this is just London, looking at other places, not being able to find Holborn, which is quite strange, as Holborn should be above Soho and St Giles, or Giles, which it didn't show on the map. So I should have had that like instantly. But yeah, I don't know why it didn't show up on the map in GeoGuessr. After this run, I also checked in Google Maps if it would show on the map, and yes, it actually showed on the Google Maps map. So it was pretty strange seeing a little bug or glitch or whatever you may call it appear. Luckily, I didn't give up for a bit of time, so that would have been bad if I did, because obviously I would not have been here right now. So then I placed my marker in a spot where I believe it's around that area, actually placing it pretty good. Then I'll just have another look around if there's any other places near London called Holborn, because I thought I'd travel to Holborn through Holborn to get to the British Museum, which I actually did, so I did remember that properly. And now you just see me struggling for a good amount of time trying to fight Holborn. And I'll be back as soon as I get something again. And as I just saw, I saw Holborn actually showing up on the map. I'll zoom in on that in the video, but I have actually not seen that. So it appears to be that actually does show. Why did I not see it? I don't know. Maybe because I expected it to be more to the left rather than it being more on the... Yeah. I guess I just completely overlooked it as I assumed it would have been more on the left near the British Museum. Completely underestimating the fact that it's more to the right. So there I actually spot a place, a hotel called Thistle Holborn. So there I just decided that it wasn't shown on the map, as you can obviously actually it's being on a map in some parts of the video. I don't know how I overlooked it, but that's that. Luckily I was able to find it after all. Right there you're able to see it on the right side. Yeah, I guess I just didn't really see that. So I was just trying to spot places called Holborn, trying to find out where in London this would exactly be. I'll just zooming in some places. Marking another spot called Holborn just to know where it would go. And there to just look at the streets going on. Have a check again if I can find a street name. And right over there I actually spot Camden Local Studies and Holborn Library. And I was thinking to myself that yeah, this must be it. Then I check up on the road formation and yeah, that should be right. Just having a little check again that yes, this is in the correct spot, it's not in any other one. And I decided to just have a look at it. again just to make sure that this is the right one, and I have my guess. I put it down and voila. There we have the 25k game. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. I would very much appreciate that. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you disliked it, put a dislike on the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.